want to give all honor, all glory, and praise to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Makakwadash, and the double honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone for enduring, pushing his truth, and Salakia. The book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. Now you have the 18 nations of the Bible, the 17 nations that are against the 12 tribes of Israel, and you have what we call today countries. And these countries are considered as nations. But really every country, for the most part, is has a few of the biblical nations within that so-called country, living within that so-called nation. Ouch. The book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. You have the kingdoms of the east, you have the kingdoms of the west. One kingdom may deal with exporting toys, t-shirts. Another kingdom may deal with exporting hair for the so-called African-American women. Another kingdom may deal with exporting oil, so forth, minerals, resources to build weapons, and so forth. Or grain. We have a kingdom that exports grain. So, Matthew chapter 24, verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines. That's one. And pestilences. That's two. And earthquakes. That's three. In diverse places. The Atlantic Council. The United States and its allies must be ready to deter a two-front war and nuclear attacks in East Asia. Let's look at this word, deter. Discourage someone from doing something by instilling doubt or fear of the consequences. So, it says the United States and its allies must be ready to scare the hell out of these other nations to get them from wanting to not do the nuclear attacks in East Asia. Now, ouch. I'm not gonna read all of this. The risk that a war in East Asia will go nuclear is rising as the PRC and North Korea have increasing incentive and capabilities for limited nuclear attacks. So it's the PRC. Forgot it was up here somewhere. Something about the Chinese Communist Party. Second. So there should be famines in diverse places. I won't blow my cover. These foods will be in short supply in 2023. So stock up now or find alternatives. And this is on Yahoo Finance. This is financial news for Yahoo. Everybody trusts Yahoo, Google, whatever, right? So we're going to scroll down real quick. Corn, bread, vegetable oil, baby formula, champagne, canned pet food. This is just a quick list. All right, matter of fact, the earthquakes. We're going to refresh this. I believe it was 38, 39 yesterday. Let's see. Puerto Rico been getting earthquakes as well. So this is today's date, the 19th. Let's look. The 19th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, 12 already so far, and it ain't even been 12 hours into the day of the 19th. So it's been less than 1 hour. Now we're gonna go to the 18th, because I looked all of this stuff up last night. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. It was about 38, so it's probably up to 40 now from yesterday. So 40 earthquakes yesterday. That's almost 2 an hour. And Puerto Rico, I noticed it's been on there 2 days in a row for 2-point-something earthquakes. So Lord willing, Yahweh Shem Yahushua will have the prophets that are in the Caribbean well aware and well protected. 2nd Ezra chapter 16 verse 19. Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for a minute. But for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges, as it is written, as in the days of Noah, so shall it be in the days of the Son of Man. They were eating, drinking, merry, and did not know until the flood came. So these pestilences, these new waves of so-called pandemic-worthy lockdowns are being spoken of again. There's 9 diseases that keep epidemiologists up at night. All right, just 3 years ago, on January 30th, 2020, the head of the WHO made a landmark declaration: a novel virus that had been identified in Wuhan has spread to a degree where it is now a public health emergency of international concern, a PHEIC. So, we ain't gonna read all these buzzwords. The Nipah virus, worried about that. Crimean Congo, hemorrhagic, hemorrhagic fever, Lassa fever, Rift Valley fever, Zika, Ebola and Marburg virus disease, MERS, Middle East Respiratory Syndrome, severe acute respiratory syndrome, sounds like disease X. The WHO says it does not rank diseases in any order of potential threat. So these aren't even the ranks. It is what it is. All right, every bullet can kill, right? What is it? Sean Taylor got shot in the leg and he ain't make it. So disease X. The WHO says it does not rank diseases in any order of potential threat. Hold on, crossing the street. Lord willing. Damn sure tempted. Let's see. All right. Okay. The WHO says it does not rank diseases in any order of potential threat, but it acknowledges the possibility that an as yet unknown disease could cause a serious pandemic. So they're dealing with the bat virus and all that stuff, and they just gotta go. So everything the scriptures prophesied of is true to a never before seen magnitude. Even in our lifetime, with documented history of the earth. Dust samples from the International Space Station contain higher than average levels of dangerous chemical particles. Now, it's not that anybody go out in space and breathe, but they done poison space. The contaminants don't pose an immediate risk to astronauts, so it poses a risk to astronauts. The contaminants are so bad that it even poses a risk to the astronauts, just not immediately. The contaminants don't pose an immediate risk to astronauts' health, at least in Earth's orbit. These people are through. In a nutshell, the International Space Station is an extremely busy space outpost. Astronauts so the colonizers are trying to colonize space. Astronauts do experiments and move equipment which is seemingly polluting the station's air. The station's air, the air don't belong to the station, it belongs to the earth. It belongs to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. It belongs to the Israelites. As it is written, the world was created for our sakes. The book of Isaiah, chapter 47 comes to mind. So the astronauts do experiments and move equipment which is seemingly polluting the station's air with potentially dangerous chemical particles. So Leviticus 19 and Proverbs 6 wasn't good enough with the chemical pollutants of the flesh of the people. Nah, that's not good enough. Did they already sea-hip the animals in the ocean and on land? Nah, that's not good enough. They gotta pollute out of space and sea-hip the humans too. Well, as it is written, destroy them that destroy the earth. It's the book of Revelations, I believe. Obadiah chapter 1 verse 4, though thou exhort thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord. So they got their International Space Station. It's very busy. We didn't know that. It's very busy, and they're polluting their own so-called atmosphere. They're polluting the air in their so-called station. The book of Revelation, chapter 11, verse 8. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come. Whose wrath? Esau, Edom's, America's, Babylon the Great, and every hand that's joined. The allies. Let's say it short. Esau, Edom, and his allies. Revelation chapter 11, verse 8. Babylon the Great, which is America, and their allies. The Revelation chapter 11, verse 8. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, in the time of the dead, that they should be judged. The dead who are Israelites, who aren't spiritually awakened. We have to cleave to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, for he is our life and our length of days. So if you are not cleaving to Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, you are literally dead. Your box is dead. Your penis is dead. Okay, the soul in your penis is dead. Unless Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai has mercy when the soul's coming out of your testicles. Your eggs are dead. Your ways of living are dead. Your family culture's dead. Your diet life it leads to death. All right, so the dead should be judged. Read the book of Ezekiel chapter 37. The book of Revelation chapter 11 verse 8. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come in the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou should givest reward unto thy servants, the prophets, and to the saints, and them that fear thy name. The saints are Israelites. The reward is salvation. Right? The prophets are Israelites. The reward is salvation, mercy, and some food to eat, and not having to take the charagma, the incision, to buy, sell, or trade. And them that fear thy name, small and great, they receive a reward. And shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth. Okay, and destroying space deals with destroying the earth as well.
Dealership through a smashed window and seemed to know exactly where to look for the box of keys. Minutes later, a group of what appears to be 8 other young men waiting in the lot began unlocking vehicle doors. Tampa police say the thieves got away with 8 vehicles just after 7 Friday morning. Danny Halimi owns the dealership.
When you realize 8 cars have been stolen and another 12 have been damaged that are going to need some body work and repairs, that kind of, puts you in a different perspective and makes you realize that anything is possible.
It's similar to what happened earlier this month when 10 criminals used a truck to rip off the doors of this Houston gun store. They busted through several glass cases. In just 2 minutes, they stole 85 weapons. The National Retail Federation polled retailers around the country to...
It is not safe out here. 2 minutes, 85 weapons. It's not safe out here, y'all.
gauge the impact of what's called multiple offender crimes. Their most recent study found that nearly 8 out of 10 retailers report being a victim of that type of crime. Suspects in only half of these cases were ever arrested. Halimi says police told him today they arrested 1 suspect and now have 3 of his cars, including one of his most expensive vehicles worth $27,000.
Hindsight is always 20/20, but we definitely have learned a lesson. The main lesson is
May Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shabbat Hashem, Kakwadash. Continue to have mercy on his elect, and feed them with the milk and meat that they need to sustain themselves in these evil times and endure. Shalom. The hell?